Hopefully you hear me. Okay, so craziness. I'm going to show you that jacket. Okay, so I started like with this jacket, then this car thing, which may be something, may is probably nothing. Savannah Guthrie going back to today's show. You guys, oh no, she's not going to go back. She's going back, leaving this weekend. Bye bye. Family needs her in New York, and she's going back. So that we have, and she has to get her life back on track. And let me see. Where the heck are you guys? I want to make sure you can hear me before I even start this business. Can you hear me, Margaret and Jen? Hold on. Before I even start. Okay, good. I answered my own question. Okay, so I don't know where to start now. Okay, Hey, Tammy Scanner. Hi, Tammy Scanner. How are you? Good to see you. Hi, Slam RN. So they're going to get ready to hand the house back over to the Guthries. Everybody, and I know you thought there was going to be an arrest, Margaret. That's not why they were there. They've put up new cameras, the new trespassing signs, and they're getting ready to hand the house back over. Okay? So that's going to happen. Savannah's going to go back to New York this weekend. Her family needs her. Hi, Tierney from Port Angeles, Washington. Welcome. The other thing is, before I wasn't mad. I was just letting people know. I don't think you were mad. Why would I think you were mad? I don't think you were mad. No worries. I didn't think anything. No worries. So, where were we? She's going back to New York. She's going to go back on. And then there's this car, which is probably nothing because it doesn't even make sense. But the internet's buzzing about it, so we have to talk about it because if we don't, then it's outside the 2-mile radius. I think it's 2.5 miles. It looks like first they're saying it's a Kia Soul. Now people are saying it's a Volkswagen. You know, it's going on the. It's getting a life of its own. Now, but TMZ or something reported that the FBI said it's a dead end. People want to know, why did the Pima County Sheriff's Department just get it today? It was submitted by neighbors. What else do we have there about that video? Okay, let's just say it's a back door, okay? It's a back door. It's 2.5 miles from Nancy's house. Okay? The blood trail leads out onto the side, that like down the stairs right to the edge of the driveway. And how did Nancy get in the car? I think, I don't know what people are thinking. I think people are seeing the video and thinking that's Nancy's driveway and the car is passing right there. So I'm going to talk about it because we will talk about it. We'll also talk about Savannah going back to New York. We'll also talk about the house being handed over back to the family. We'll also talk about the cameras that were installed today. Talk about Kouri Richins, the Bombshell witness that they had, and she'll be on tomorrow, and how they tried to discredit her, how they're trying to discredit her, how they're, how the defense is trying to spin this, but, we'll talk about it all. Okay. Let me make sure. I want to get to I'm not in the right thing. I like this one. Okay, let me just make sure that we've got both streams. There we go. All right, so let's let me go over here. I think Jimmy sent me something here. I've been painting all day before the trial. Tomorrow, I'd like to have a craft night earlier. So let's see if I can get that done because I have a lot of things I have to finish. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so let me go to... I just saw something. Oh, that's crazy. Pretty nice. All right, go to Jamboree. All right, now here's the new video, okay, that we're going to talk about. It shows, you can see it. I'll show you what you see here on my thumbnail. Thumbnail. But this is not Nancy Guthrie's house here, okay? This is this neighbor 2.5 miles away. So, let me blow this up here so you can see, okay? So there's the car. You see where they see the car there, okay? Alrighty. And so this is a never before seen video, and it surfaced today, which, what happened, right? What kind of misstep happened that this just surfaced today? And, oh my gosh, what is wrong with my thing here? Video. Okay, here we go. Come on. Oh my gosh. Hold on a minute. The hamsters are running really slow today that are running the computer. So it's a never before video that surfaced from early on the morning of February 1st. And it's surfaced, it's around the time that her pacemaker disconnects from her phone. So that's why they're saying. Now, Fox News is the one that reported the footage came from a house in the Catalina foothills, about 7 minutes from Nancy's house, from a street-facing Ring camera. The property reportedly sits on a back road and avoids major intersections. The video was taken by these people that own this house. Let me see. The FBI has looked at the video allegedly, according to TMZ, okay? A source. Now, let's just get this, okay? A source connected to the investigation told TMZ the FBI has looked at the video and says it's a dead end. The area where the cars are driving, as well as the ingress and egress, has led the agency to the conclusion the cars have no association with the kidnapping. The internet thinks differently, however, right? They're off to the races with this. And so let's see here now. Hold on a minute. Jimmy, what are you looking for? You're still looking for the bulb?
I got it. 25 watt, the one I want.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's see now. Jimmy's working on an invention. I want to get to the other thing here. So, what?
The little Santa Claus is not going to light anymore.
Oh, no.
We'll get another bulb for it. We'll get an LED bulb.
Oh, boy.
That's nothing.
can I just see what it looks like?
It's a regular 25-watt bulb, man.
It's a regular bulb?
Yeah.
So we can get it anywhere.
But not yet. But we'll put an LED in.
You could just stop at the Dollar General.
I needed an old bulb that had some wattage to it. That would pull. That, you know, so I would feel it with the generator, and the other kids would feel it too. So, and I found it. Because the LED bulb doesn't take much wattage at all, and you can't really tell the difference when you turn in the generator.
Sorry. All right, let me go to. I'm going to go to the something else I want to go to here. So, according to this, let's see what else we got from the internet about this. Okay, you hear what TMZ says about a source that's close to the investigation that told them this. Okay, yeah. There's also some stuff abuzz about that jacket, and that it may be. Let's see if I still have the jacket thing out here. Is this it? Yeah, there it is. And then it may be an Aero Hex windbreaker. Okay. As shown in this picture right here, right here, right here. See how they're already, you know, it's if you go search images, you're going to see people are already yakking about it, and you'll find certain images of it. Here's an image here. Here's the image here. So yeah, could be a match, all right. But that, you know, it's available a lot of places. It's not going to be that easy just to track that down, but that's the issue with that. And then let me go back to where I was. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that either. I want this. Okay, let's get the latest here. So people are going crazy about why we're not, why is the footage just happening now, and why does the Pima County Sheriff have it just now? And so it's going on and on and on about and people are freaking out about a man. Okay. Someone's saying that according to Brian Enton, a man drove by Nancy's residence 50 to 100 times extremely slow. Well, maybe he was getting video. Maybe he was a looky-loo. Maybe he just came down. Maybe he's a YouTuber. Maybe, right? You can't park your car there, so maybe he's just trying to get some footage without having to park his car somewhere like so far away. I don't know. But here's a reporter approached him and saw a picture of Nancy on a phone inside the car. Okay, maybe it's a YouTube video, maybe it's an article, maybe it's a lot of things, right? Law enforcement called, translator needed. It's being said that this vehicle has been noticed driving by for a week. Seriously? What is going on? Okay. Now someone's saying, man was drunk and high outside of Nancy's home, sitting in his truck. He had a photo of Nancy Guthrie on his phone opened. He said to cops he believes he's seen her. Okay, he might be having an episode, right? Okay, that's not really that strange, I don't think, but whatever. Guy sitting in his car smelled of pot. That happens a lot where you go where it's legal. A lot of people smell like that. Pima County Sheriff's arrested a man in front of Nancy Guthrie's house. Reports claim the man was acting suspicious with a picture of Nancy Guthrie on him and smelled like marijuana. Apparently he was arrested, they're saying. Okay, let's say deputies arrest a suspicious guy with her picture on him and a weed smell. Is smoking weed illegal in Arizona? I know you shouldn't be smoking and driving, right? That's not cool. But let's see here. Someone said, what is this? The offender is not wearing the same clothing in the still photo. Looks like different shoes. His top looks like it has a... What the heck? I will not post somebody's picture up here because we don't even know who this is. Let's see. The guy that was sitting in his car has been detained. Now it's detained. Before it was arrested. Now he's detained. Okay. Let's see what else. Guy sitting in his car, this is the newest breaking news, smells of pot outside of Nancy Guthrie's house. Viewing a picture, this one says he was arrested. Find Abigail Shry. You might just find Nancy Guthrie. Is that the woman in the security camera? What? Okay, so... And everybody's talking about a Kia, and now they're looking everywhere where there's a Kia because it might be a Kia in that video. So apparently... There's a camera, it's on a pillar. It caught that Kia Soul heading southbound around 2:30 in the morning. It says it was flying on a 25 mile per hour road. Federal official tells NBC News that the FEMA, oh my gosh, FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Office have amassed 5,000 to 10,000 hours of video that is being processed in the investigation. While enhancement tools are available, each video must first be reviewed in real time by an investigator. Okay, so this is being released now. The sheriff's too busy working on his television show. And that was just at almost 10 o'clock p.m. tonight, 9:59. And now they're talking about the blue Chevy Malibu, the white Kia. Jimmy, now they just said they just arrested some guy outside her home that was high on weed and maybe drunk and had a picture of Nancy Guthrie on his phone and said that he saw her.
Huh. There's so much craziness in this thing. Meanwhile, Savannah's going back to work.
Savannah's going back to New York this weekend. They're going to they put new cameras on the house. So I guess, who knows about that, what's going to happen with that. She's going to go back to New York. Let's see what else. Let me go back to you guys. Hold on. Let me go there. Okay, what's going on? Hi, Justina. Good to see you back in the chat. Hi, Duke and Daisy. How are you? Who else just popped in here? B-Lady, Apiary, hi. Let's see. Sandra Voss, hi, White Angel. Zigzag, hello there. So what do you guys think about any of this craziness? The man arrested.
Craziness is crazy.
He was arrested. Yeah. It's legal, says Tina. Yeah, but you can't smoke it and drive. You can't be high as a kite and drunk and be driving. First they say he's high, then they say he's high and drunk. You can't be driving. So, let's see. Hi, Louis. Jen. We have a bombshell witness and a new vehicle at Nancy's. Yes. Well, the bombshell witness is the drug supplier, right? That's the one that's going to tie everything to Kouri, and they're trying to. They will probably be going back because they're, I think once she leaves that Airbnb or where I see somebody said like she bought that. I don't think she bought that. I think that was a Airbnb or a short-term rental they had. And yes, I believe they will be going back. That's why they're like stopping the traffic on the streets and stopping the parking. Because they don't want people just sitting out there with cameras gawking. They'll probably stop it on Annie Street, too, if people just camp out there. Hi, Twisted. I don't think it's anything, but the guy who was arrested, maybe he just smoked too much. Probably, and probably maybe he was looking for her, like these other guys, right? There's a lot of guys that stay on all night long. I mean, I'm talking about big names you hear. There's a lot of small little channels that stay up all night in the area, maybe with 100 people watching, and drive around. Hi, Heather Snoopy.
Yeah, I think maybe they mean whoever said that about smoking weed, they're too much. Yeah, they might have smoked some of that stuff where they think they have mental telepathy, and they know where Nancy is,
So, what else about Nancy? So Savannah's going to go back to New York. They're going to hand the house over to the Guthries. They've got cameras on there. Forrest Gump. Now, how would you girl? What are you talking about these movies all this time? Now she's talking about Forrest Gump. What about Forrest Gump? So what do you think about, do you think any of this is related to Nancy? Do you think this Kia or whatever it is, it doesn't make sense, a backdoor way. How would they'd still have to get to Nancy? Were they going to carry her back 2.5 miles?
The guy with the weed and stuff on, he must have got high. I forgot there's $1 million reward. All they had to do is turn it into the cops,
Yeah, he could be like Cheech and Chong. Hey man, there's a reward for this lady. Okay. Yeah, what if they are? What if there's just somebody that saw this and is like, hey, they're offering a $1 million reward for this. With this, we could get rich. Who knows? Smoked so much he thought he had mental telepathy. I don't know what kind of weed he's smoking. Can't have you start having mental telepathy thinking you know where people are. Maybe it's not weed. Good night, Luke. Love you. They get
Luke's gone. He's sound asleep.
How?
Who, Luke?
What about that essay?
Oh, he's done.
Oh.
So he should, honey. He's had 2 basketball games in a row. Got home late. I mean, and she just handed it back to him yesterday. She'll probably give him a break. He said Esteban doesn't even have the first draft done yet.
Oh, okay.
So.
And if Esteban, what do they tell you? If Esteban jumps off a bridge, you going to jump off a bridge too?
No, Esteban's the smartest kid in our whole school by far.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Let me. Okay. But maybe he could get paranoid, right? But good night, Luke. Love you. He wasn't fast asleep. He's up there. Oh my gosh. I don't know. So, you think this guy that was arrested has anything to do? No. I think he's probably trying to get the reward. If you lived around there, maybe you'd go take a ride to see. Right? I don't know. It's up to $1 million. I don't know what qualifies the $1 million or what's going to qualify $25 or that's only worth $200,000. Who knows? But would you at least try? Maybe this guy is just, I got a picture. This lady's missing. They said $1 million reward and here's the last place she's been seen. Maybe, who knows? Some people do get paranoid. Yes, they do. Okay. So that's that. And so they have the video. People are going crazy. They're going to parking lots. They're taking pictures of, if you're driving a white Kia Soul, is that a Soul? I think Scooter used to drive one of those. In Pima County, get ready to get your license plate reported. You're going to get it reported, and they're going to come looking for you in Pima County. Definitely, 100%. You don't think it's anything? I don't think it's anything either, Margaret. I don't think that guy is anything. I don't think it's anything with anything. I think Savannah Guthrie is getting on that plane. And I think Savannah Guthrie has come to the conclusion that probably it's along the lines of, if you think about, she's been there. It's been going on almost 4 weeks. It'll be 4 weeks this weekend. Like I said, she's got little kids. She's got a career. She's got a husband. She has a life back in New York. And it's like I said when I was finishing my bachelor's degree and my mother died, I thought, oh gosh, am I just going to stop this now? And I said, what would my mother want me to do? No, my mother would want me to go. My mother would say, what are you going to do? Because why would you stop that? So I kept going. And I know that, and she's probably thinking the same thing. Her mother is very proud of her. Her mother, I'm sure, wants her to take be with her children. There's nothing she's doing here. It's not like she's doing ground searches and stuff. If something happens, she can easily fly back. But, as she said in that video, her mother may already be gone. And, and be with her anyway. So maybe she feels her mother's presence with her. And maybe, she is feeling that same thing. And that her mother would not want her missing out on a month of her children who are preteens, right? She's got pre-teenage children. Their life is in an upheaval. And your mother wouldn't want that. Your mother would want you with your children and with your family. And so, yeah. So you gotta keep going, and that's what she's gonna do. Really, because what good is it gonna do to her if she stays in a dark room? Away from her kids. That's gonna cause more harm in the long run to her kids, who probably want her there, right? Their lives are in upheaval, okay? All of a sudden their mother, she goes away, yeah, but then the father goes away, and then they had them, it's they want to get some sense of normalcy. And anything happens, she can be on a plane and there in a few hours, right? Your mom also said that nothing good happens after midnight, yeah. Your dad says life is for the living, yeah. And I don't think anyone's parents would want them to. I mean, think of yourself if you're a parent. Would you want your child to, God forbid, something like that happened, you were missing and for weeks and weeks and weeks? And do you just want them to put their lives on hold, or do you want them to go on living life? It doesn't mean they don't love you or whatever, but you know what? They're not it's what difference does it make? It makes a big difference to the living people, to the kids, and to the husband and everything. And you also think that, these people are so rich, and that look how easily these people lose their money and they have nothing. Sometimes they don't make the smartest choices. Sometimes they have, just imagine the expenses she has just on taxes and stuff. I think they have an apartment in New York. I think they have a house in Westchester. Whatever. That requires income. So, and she's probably shelled out a lot of income over here. And, she's probably thinking, why, let's be real. She's 54 years old. Okay? What does the industry say about 54-year-old TV personalities, journalists, right? They're always trying to get somebody younger. And so why is she going to give that up? She likes doing it. It brings in great money for her family, gives them a lot of advantages. So, and you know what else it probably gives her? It keeps her going. So, your mom would want you to live an unhappy, messed up life? Wow, Maria Kitty Cats, really? Your mom's still alive, Maria Kitty Cats? Yikes. Sorry to hear that. But, yeah, and it probably, you know what, she's probably going crazy because she's used to a routine. She's used to these people. She probably has a lot more support there too, right? All the people on the shows she works with, getting in front of the people. Really, in my grief, this community helped me a lot. I would not be where I am if I didn't have this. It was very therapeutic for me, okay? Because it gave me a reason not to stay in bed. It gave me a reason not to stay curled up on the floor somewhere, okay? And she probably feels that too. She probably feels a tremendous outpouring from her fans, and they're probably writing to her on Instagram and everything else. And there she is in Arizona, held up in that house. Okay, it's a nice house, but she's without her family, without their pets, without their life, without their friends. And it's you gotta embrace life and move and keep going, because life is just going to pass everyone by. It goes by in the blink of an eye. So what did you say, Maria? Your mom is 83 and suffering from so many issues. Do you take care of her, Maria? Are you her caretaker? She would really want you to be miserable? Wow. Mom forced me to marry a really low-class guy. Why? Why would she do that? It's like your second fan helps you go through a rough patch. Yeah, and it's just, well, think about it like what they say, idle hands and are the devil's playground, right? But think about like all those intrusive, messed up thoughts that go through your head and stuff. That happens a lot if you're just sitting there, right? Like sometimes, like, what's the worst thing? Sometimes when people go to bed and they just think and think and think, that's why people watch TV or they listen to white noise or something, because they just can't stand just to be in the dark. That's the worst time for me, really, because all the thoughts will go through my head. So yeah, I don't want to be like that. So I do listen to something but if you're just sitting there and your family's not there, you can't talk with your kids, all of that, that's terrible. It's probably going to put you in a big depression. You know how it is. Like sometimes, just think about, sometimes you could be in a funk and somebody could say, oh, just go, get out of the house. And you're like, no, I don't, go, get out of the house, go with those, and then it's like the greatest thing you ever did. Because you're among people, you're like, it's just, I don't know, I just think being alone with like really bad thoughts is like people that lay in a dark room and the lights are, it's like, oh my gosh. Even taking a walk or go outside in nature, anything, it just triggers the senses and gets you to feel better, So because of my mom, I have health issues, so I cannot take care of her. Yeah, right, zigzag, idle hands and mind. So, yeah, I mean, it's not going to make any difference whether she's sitting alone in a house in Arizona. And like I said, if her mother has gone on, right, and is in heaven, that she believes, so her mother will be with her, whether she's in New York or she's in California or she's in Arizona or wherever she is. She may even feel her mother stronger with her and her kids. So yeah, that's the deal on that. So we'll see. Let me just take one more pass, and then we're going to go on to the trial. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Maria Kitty Cat. That sounds brutal. Are you still married to the guy? Well, we all live in a little bit of denial, and that even Rosemarie was telling me that she's still like, I think every parent lives like that that's lost a child, that there's a little bit of denial that even with her, who had 7-year-old Joan, who wasn't even out of the house, that she's not really gone. And I remember she told me that, and I thought after all those years, yeah. But I know Evie said she kind of feels like I think you have to live. I think the reality is too harsh, and there's always that little bit, you know. So let's see. It's not good to sit in the dark. Go to nature. Music can be good and bad, right? Some music can trigger things, but other music can really uplift you. Listening to it outside, nature's great. I feel like just being outside, even if you don't feel like it. He died last year. Sorry to hear that. But get out there. That's when I get here, like when you're trapped in the snow, and I just can't wait till I can walk and ride my bike again and all of that. What do you mean? What do you mean, Scooter? You haven't dealt with any denial? Or you haven't dealt with it at all? Oh, okay. Yeah, see? That's what I mean. But Scooter, I think that's the way it is for us. For everything. Even it's not just because our kids were older and lived outside of our house, because Rosemarie had a 7-year-old and she still says maybe Joan is just gone, like it's just like I don't think we'll ever, from almost everyone I've heard that's lost someone, there's still a part of them that's in denial. So yeah, you know that, right? I don't know. So yeah, just 1 foot in the song that I wrote about Ray. That's exactly what it says. It's just 1 foot's in life and 1 foot still in denial, and I think it always is, always. Anyway, let's see. We're gonna go and talk about. We're gonna take one more look over here. Let me see here. Here we go. You know I get it, girl. Just like you. What am I doing? Do this one. All right, so let's see what we got before we go on to okay, so they're still talking about the guy that drove by 50 to 100 times going really slow. Okay, so I guess this was all happening within the last little bit. Arrest a man in front of Nancy Guthrie's house and crime scene. Man was acting suspicious with a photo of Nancy Guthrie on him and smelled like marijuana. So the guy had a red t-shirt on. He looks rather tall because he's standing at a pickup truck and his head is almost higher than the roof. And the guy next to him, the cop next to him, is way shorter. Okay, let's see. You know, isn't anything new? Somebody's posting that there's that the media take cases like this and get expert witnesses on panel, and they, have endless streams. Blah 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 blah. They do that with everything. They do that with a hurricane that's coming. That's called news. This is nothing new. This is how it's always been, right? And the internet just intensifies it because now you can have that stuff 24/7. Before, you had to watch something. You watched Larry King. It was a certain Nancy Grace or whatever on TV. It was a certain time limit. That was it. That was done. Now we just have so much more of that. But it's nothing new. They do it with anything. Any kind of news or weather conditions or whatever it is. They play up hurricanes 3, 4, or 5 weeks in advance. I don't know why anybody thinks this is new. Phenomenon. It's not new at all. Okay. So, let's see. And then there was that blue Malibu person that was screaming and stuff. But I just think, there's a lot of things that happen. You listen to a scanner, you'll hear a lot of different things that happen. Sometimes drugs make people do crazy things, okay? I don't know that, they have this that, I guess they found that lady, right? Because it says, wait a minute. Not Carolyn that went missing. Let me see. Mary McGregor, 77. When she go missing? Mary McGregor was last seen in the area, North 7th Street. When? February 20th, 2026. Mary's family's concerned for her welfare. Okay, but then why did they cancel the alert? Authorities canceled. Oh, after missing 71-year-old Phoenix woman was found safe. Thank God, right? They say the infamous 911 reporting call hanging out of a car happened 4 minutes after midnight and turned towards Pima County. Yeah, but they found the lady, right? It was buried in dispatch archives with a 2-hour discrepancy. Yeah, but wait a second. What's the date, sweetheart? Tucson Police, West Area map. Everybody's going crazy. They're looking through every report. Someone says, none of this makes any sense. The thing that still no one has answered me, no one. If that other image is, like Criminal Network said, from January 11th, and Nancy's phone was at the house when they did an extraction of Nancy's phone, did it show that she got an alert? And can you see if she checked that alert? Because if she checked and saw that man on January 11th, would have probably saved this whole thing from happening, right? Seeing that strange man out there at January 11th. So was there an alert on her phone? I found out even without a subscription, she would get an alert. She would get a recorded video that would stay for a few hours. But did she not see it? Did she routinely not check notifications? Were her notifications not on? Like, what's the deal? Because that's crazy. If he was really there January 11th, then why wouldn't he be afraid if he saw that camera that she would have seen him? So, I don't know. That's so weird. And nobody even talks about it. Tomorrow they'll talk about it. All right, let's see here. And where's the rest of the video from the Nest cameras, right? It's also 2 hours before the net. Okay, now they're talking about that. Yeah, I don't know. But, okay, so just in case you're under a rock, we're doing the live court coverage here, okay? I have the pool camera feed link, and I turn it on, try to do it 10:20. I'll have the other video loaded up. So, but anyway, try to turn it up at 10:20. And what you get here is that, you know, we can talk during breaks. I don't like to talk when coverage is on. I hate that myself. I absolutely hate that. So I don't do that. I mean, if there's a long sidebar, I might say something, but I don't. It drives me nuts if I'm trying to listen to testimony and someone's talking over it. I literally lose my mind. So we did watch the court today. Now, we're going to talk about that, but it ended with the bombshell witness, okay, the housekeeper / drug supplier, right, that also had a connection, right, to, didn't she say Kouri's aunt? So did Kouri's aunt, whoever had that cleaning business, was there any kind of connections around there? I don't know, but we heard it. Now, before that, who did we hear? We geeked out with the phone extraction guy. We also saw the judge look like he was really perturbed today. Really looked at one point, he was yelling at all of them. And then he said, can we have one horse, one rider, one person come up here? Because I think they were like really going to town. And then the Jodie Foster, Scooter says Helen, what did you say? Helen, not Helen Hunt. What'd you say, Helen who? Helen something, but I just think she talks like a little child. It's ridiculous, but she's splitting hairs on every little thing, and that's what happens when facts are not on their side. They go after technicalities. And now what they're doing now is they're trying to, when the cross-examination of the drug supplier is totally destroy her credibility. Now, she has immunity, and there are texts that coincide with what she's saying. And the prosecution did a good thing where they pointed out the letters for her court, drug court. She had to do community service, and then Kouri filled out some stuff that she was working around this ranch or something, and she wasn't. So the prosecution brought that out to try to say, okay, yes, she lied about some stuff. She was an addict still in the early part of recovery. But now this other woman, Miss Lewis, is hammering, and she's brought all these binders and just threw them on this lady and got this lady, to the point where you're thinking about her credibility, but I think that just as we see through it, the jury sees through it. In the long run, they're going to see, yeah, maybe she lied about some things there, but there's text there. They all match up. She gave Kouri medication, a lot of it. Eric Richins died of a drug overdose. He didn't have THC in his system. She said he took gummies. He didn't have that in him. Can't even be sure that he had an alcoholic beverage, okay, because of the amount that was there. But he had 5 times the lowest dose of fentanyl, which was what she quoted as 3 ng over ml, and he had 15, which is 5 times that. And if you know that she was given that and he died of that, and you didn't see anybody else come in and out of their house that night. So she's just really trying to destroy this woman's credibility. But, I think the jury's going to just see right through it. Totally see through it. But let's go up here, and I'm going to look. Hang on. I'm trying to get my. It looks I have this. I want to just go through the other witnesses that were there. Alrighty. We had the forensic toxicologist. That's the one that told us about that, all of that stuff about the 5 times the amount of the lowest fatal dose of fentanyl. Then they argued that, could 1 mg over this one be, depending on. They just tried to destroy everybody that was up there. But anyway, before that, Brian Holden, a senior forensic scientist in Utah Bureau of Forensic Services, this guy right here, was on the stand. It was funny. I said something like, "Get out of here." I was moving something the other way. And Murder of Crows goes, "Oh, I thought you were talking to us." I'm like, "Come on, I wouldn't talk to you like that. Get out of here." But what is with this? Why does it keep going over there? Get out of there. Get out of here. Get back there. Ah, forget you. is with this? Okay, well, we'll leave him right there for right now. So that's Brian Holden, a senior forensic scientist, Utah Bureau of Forensic Services. He said that he was given several items to test, including instructions to look for fentanyl in all of the submitted items. And he said fentanyl was not found on any of the items that he tested. He tested a total of 19 items. Now, when the defense did their cross, he confirmed that he did not test an empty hydrocodone bottle among the items. It wasn't among the items that he tested. And then we had see if we can get him on there, right? This guy. That's just going to keep going there. Okay. All right. I don't know why. No idea. Hold on. I have no idea that it does not want to go where it should go. You know what? I know how to fix that. We will just do it like this. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Don't go in the exact same spot. No, 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 no. Hold on a minute. Let me take that down first. Normally the picture's open on that side, so this is really weird. Okay, that is bizarre. I don't know what the freak is going on. Alrighty. We'll just leave it like that. No point to it. Okay, let's go back. So this gentleman took the stand. I'm tired of wasting time with it. I'm just going to leave it. For some reason, it's going that way. It doesn't want to behave. And this, let me get his, butcher his name for you. This is the one that, what's his name? Ramos wants to geek out with. Okay. His name, put my glasses on, Chini Ang To, FBI special agent who's with the Intermountain West Regional Computer Forensics Laboratory. And he had a very brief testimony. He stated that he collected multiple phones from Robert Josh Grossman. Now, we know Robert Josh Grossman is Kouri's former boyfriend, the one she was texting with when she was with Eric, but she kicked his butt to the curb and threw him out of her condo, where she left him homeless and living in a Ford F-150 that she owned. And he collected, no, he was not the one that collected the phones. The other officer I'm going to show you in a minute collected the phones, but he, this one right here was the one that said he extracted the data from 2 iPhones. Okay, I'll show you the one that collected the phones. And one of them was the green iPhone 11 Pro Max. And the other one was it was an iPhone 7. All of the collected data is organized into a format. From there, tests can be read. And so they went over that. And then the guy that collected them from her former boyfriend, is this guy right here. Hold on. This is Root. Officer Root. Hold on a minute. And he said that the boyfriend said he broke both of the phones or something, because it really sounded crazy that he had to go back and forth. And that's the other thing. They're trying to make it look like really shoddy police work, right? That's their other angle. So now they've got to make this lady look out to be totally not credible. And the second thing is really shoddy police work. Think like O.J. Simpson trial, okay? That's what they're doing. Now, Frank Root, the officer there, he's an investigations detective for Summit County Sheriff's Office. He gave a brief testimony, said he collected the multiple phones from Robert Josh Grossman, and said that there were two, a black and red, I think, or black and white. And then he had to go back again. They're like, why'd you have to go back again? Or, it's over and over, like, why? Oh, because I think we got more evidence, or he said they were broken, and it's ridiculous. And then Dr. Brianna Peterson, a forensic toxicologist, and she's the one that gave us a lot of information about the different drugs, about the amount that Eric had in his body, and he didn't have any hydrocodone or that in his body, but he had the fentanyl, right? 15 mg over ml. And then the lowest dose that she was saying at the time that would be lethal was 3 mg over ml. So let's see what she tested the gastric contents, and then she explained that he had norfentanyl, because that's the fentanyl that's like being broken down, and then the acetylfentanyl, and that's the one that tells them it's an illicit drug. Okay, so that's how they knew that. And the ethanol, which again can be because the sugar and the bacteria in the stomach, the decomposition, or it could possibly be that he had an alcoholic beverage, but she wasn't able to determine that. So, and then prior to that, we had the young lady that was on the Chelsea Gibson. She was on this stand for 2 days. She's the one that was one of the, I think she was called the crime scene technician. Yeah, crime scene tech. And she was very good. I think everybody was really, really impressed with her, because she held her ground, right? I know murders. She held her ground even when they tried to make her say things or whatever, the defense. She held her ground. So, but they hammered her for a long time. Let's see, what did they discuss today? She kept talking about the evidence that was found at the scene. They tried to talk to her about the truck, Eric's truck, having been searched, and she doesn't recall whether the truck was in the regular garage that's attached to the house or the detached garage. She said during one of the searches, approximately 10 hydrocodone pills were found in a laundry room, and they were placed in a baggie inside of a cabinet. She recalls the pills, she believes they were sent to be tested. She also talked about finding new syringes in, I think it was the master bathroom closet, but you remember he was injecting out testosterone, remember? She said they also found a syringe with a residue of something in the kitchen, and they found all those gummies, but they were up on a shelf, so they went over those gummies again, and they talked endlessly about all the different searches, right? Because it does sound so crazy that they're searching this house a year after, 2 years after, like not taking a jacket and then saying, you took a jacket after so long, and then what do you think's going to happen? Let's just say there's fentanyl in that jacket. How are they going to prove that fentanyl was there the night that Eric died, and not that it wasn't in there in just the last 6 months? It's going to be terrible, all these, really old searches. So I still think they have plenty of evidence. We keep putting that poll up whenever we're talking to her, and it's always way up there for her guilt, because they have those text messages. They have the stuff. I think they have plenty to convict Kouri. Plenty. Even, they don't need to go into the pocket of that jacket or whatever. Would be nice had they collected it that nice, had they found the tweezers and stuff, has the fentanyl, and it might. We don't know. But that guy tested those 19 items and everything was negative for fentanyl. And the fentanyl was never found in the house, but that doesn't mean anything either. And they told her, well, did you search the house? She said, we didn't have a warrant. She said, but if somebody tells you that you can search their house, she wasn't going to stop you. So it's the whole thing is to make their investigation look sloppy, shoddy, terrible police work is what the defense is going with. Okay. Then the housekeeper / drug supplier, who admitted on the stand that she's been using drugs since the 6th grade, said she is clean for 4 years. And started to cry. They talked to her about a learning disability, this and that, but let's see what. This is Carmen Lauber. She was previously identified as the Richins housekeeper. She talked about bringing her grandchildren over there. She talked about how nice Eric was, having barbecues, things like that. She cleaned Kouri's home approximately every other Friday, had known her for 9 years. And she claims that there were 4 occasions that she sold fentanyl to Kouri. She got it from someone else. One time she paid for it with $600 of her own money. Was given the drugs. She would put him in a fire pit. Stuff like that. So she really detailed a lot of that. She stated she has, like I said, a long history of drug use, has sold drugs, has a criminal record involving drugs, is currently on probation for drug distribution. She's been sober for over 4 years. And she claimed that Kouri asked to buy illegal drugs 4 times, and then she bought them for Kouri 4 times from 2 different people. For the first purchase, Kouri asked Carmen if she could contact someone to get some pain medication for an investor that she knew. And Carmen Lauber obtained the pills, gave them to Kouri the next day, and that was in February of 2022, which would coincide with the sandwich poisoning, right? And then Kouri writing back, right, she needs something stronger. So the second purchase, Kouri texted Lauber to say that the investor wanted something stronger. And Lauber picked up the money for the pills from Kouri's Midway house, which they showed a picture of, and got the pills from a mutual connection. She placed the pills in the gravel near a fire pit at Kouri's Midway home for Kouri to pick up. The third purchase was similar to the second, with this same pickup location, cost, and setup. Kouri picked up the purchase from Lauber's home in Heber. Now, after the third purchase, Eric passed away. And when Carmen heard the news, she said she texted Kouri to ask if the pills she obtained were for Eric. Kouri told her no, that Eric died of a brain aneurysm. Okay, and then let me see here. They showed text messages between Kouri and Carmen where Kouri asked, "You still have your hookup?" And Carmen said she'd reach out. Kouri said she'd leave the money under the doormat for her. Now guess what? The money wasn't there, right? So Carmen asked her for the payment, and she stated that Kouri's like, "Hey, I don't have the money, but I'll come on in, I'll write you a check." Gonna write her a check for a freaking drug deal. So $1,300. She writes her the check. Carmen deposits it. There was like a little math mess up because she was saying like she kept 300, and then she's like somebody else kept another 300. I think it ended up that he got 700, and when asked if she had ever cleaned a house for that much, she said, "Not ever in my life." But the memo section of the check read, "Construction clean Midway." She testified that when she went to meet up with the other dealer, Robert Crozer, but it was taking a while, and they eventually ended up at a Maverick gas station in Draper. Crozer had them follow him down the road to a duplex where he went inside and came out with a bag of blue pills. Kouri told Carmen to put the pills in the closet of the Midway house, and then she claimed she never did any other drug deals with Crozer and never returned to that Maverick. The prosecution was finished, and then came the cross-examination, which still is not finished. Wendy Lewis, the one with the baby voice, presented transcripts of 7 interviews that Lauber had with investigators between April and May of 2023. As we live stream this trial, there is a portion of the interview that they showed. Lewis asked if Carmen met with prosecutors recently, and she said the prosecutors, that investigators would discuss her testimony, and when asked, she confirmed that they had practiced cross-examination. She stated that investigators did not tell her how to answer questions, but they prepared her for questions that she might be asked about her past and how they would make her feel. And then she said she asked the investigators to help her ahead of the trial, and she hasn't spoken to anyone else about her testimony in the case. Attorney Lewis questioned Carmen about who she spoke with while she was in jail, the charges she received, how the drug court worked while she was in it. She went on and on about how many times, like she either missed drug court or she tested dirty, or like she didn't do her community service, or she'd end up in jail. And like there was a whole bunch of problems. And she was saying, she was an addict just in the first stages of trying to get clean. She was messing up. She was admitting it. But she kept pointing to things like, well, isn't your memory messed up? And I thought you told them you don't remember that, and that your mind's really messed up. And don't you have a learning disability? What kind of learning disability do you have? And she's like, a lower education. What'd she say? A lower grade education. And let's see what else. In April of 2023. Lauber confirmed that she was arrested and that 2 detectives told her that she faced prison time because they found a gun under her bed, and she stated that the detectives explained that they believed that Kouri killed Eric using fentanyl. Later, they came back with a drug enforcement administrative agent and stated that she was going to face federal prison if it was proved that the fentanyl that led to Eric's death was sold to Kouri by her, a minimum of 20 years. And Lewis asked her whether the investigators told her they could help her, and she confirmed they did, and she told them about obtaining the fentanyl for Kouri. Then Lewis questioned her about the testimony she provided to the investigators, and she brought out all these binders, and she kept, oh, no, that's not what you said. Go to page 19, and it was just a hammer. She kept pointing out contradictions between her testimony today and the transcripts, right? And this is picture of, we saw a little bit of this interview right here in the live stream of the trial, which you can watch here. You know, it's up there, day 4. And I've got to get day 5 to go up there. But yeah, we saw that, and that was a clip from an interview between Lauber and investigators following her arrest in 2023. In the clip, they tell her she's facing additional prison time. One of the investigators gives her an offer if she gives them information, give us the details that will ensure that Kouri will be convicted of murder. She looked at the transcripts from the interviews at Lewis's direction, kept going back and forth, right? Just trying to destroy her any credibility, right? Yeah. Then they showed an image of 2 pills, and Attorney Lewis asked Lauber what she remembers about the pills and whether they had writing on them. She said she didn't recall, and she's not very familiar with fentanyl at the time. She testified that Kouri asked her to get the Michael Jackson drug, which she had to look up and learn that it was propofol. Lewis stated that Kouri never directly asked for fentanyl, and that the detectives put that word fentanyl in your head, didn't they? Lauber said the detectives only told her that Eric died from a fentanyl overdose. Lewis questioned Carmen regarding the number of transactions and when she left the pills in the Midway house. She didn't recall the date she left them, but she remembered the house being fairly empty. She confirmed that she told detectives at the time that her memory was not the best. She said that she asked detectives to write it down for her as they discussed what happened. Earlier in the hearing, she told the court that she had a low education level when asked if she had a learning disability. When detectives asked her about Robert Crozier, she asked for her phone and was able to find his contact and remember who he was. She confirmed that using the transcripts from the interview. Attorney Lewis brought up conflicting stories again, and Carmen stated that she thinks she was mixing up transactions at the time. Lewis continued questioning Lauber about conflicting statements. A moment from the transcript showed a detective stating that if Lauber assists them, it is a giant get-out-of-jail-free card. One of the detectives reportedly told her that this whole case depended on her. After further questioning, the judge said it was time to break for the evening. Now, there was something really interesting, and I think I'm just going to show it to you. Hold on a minute. Let me get my video, because some people missed it. Let me get, where's my trial? Is this it? Hold on. Trial. Okay. I'll probably make it into a short too, so you could find it really easy. Kouri Richins. Okay. Live stream. Okay, let me put this up here. This is the one from 5 hours ago. Yes, it is. Okay, let me pull this over here, and I want you to hear what happens at the end. Okay. I don't know what the deal was with this. And I also want to have us look for the where the heck? Why can't I advance this? Very odd what it was doing to me. What is going on with this? Are they changing something on YouTube? Let me just do it this way. What the freak? Let me just get this red. It won't let me grab it. Is this crazy? There we go. Okay. That was weird. Okay, so let's go.
Just breathe.
Oh boy, scheduling conversation. Oh my goodness. Okay, he's going to come back and tell them they're going to go home. But watch what else he tells.
Thank you. Ms. Lauber, I appreciate your patience today. I need you to come back tomorrow morning. Okay? I need you to be here, ready to go again at 8:30 a.m. All right? An important instruction. Between now and then, you cannot talk to anyone about your testimony. You can say things like, I have to be back in court at 8:30 a.m. They're not done. But the substance, the questions, can't talk about any of that. It's as if you're still on the stand. Can you do that? All right. You can step down. Please travel safe. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Mr. Bloodworth, Ms. Lewis, Ms. Nestor, I'd like to make a record regarding the note from the jury and the action we took.
Okay, I have to tell you, when he said, I want to make a record within, and I thought, well, I don't know. You know, he wants to record a record now. I was going to make a stupid, corny joke, but no. Now listen to what he said. He wants to make a record now with the note from the jury and the action they took. Now listen to what happened.
Any objection?
No objection. The note regarding the jury,
Oh, I understand that.
not from the jury.
I got it.
I think this was written by a juror.
Oh, I didn't understand.
Yeah, this was passed out from a juror. So, during an afternoon recess, a juror passed a note to one of the bailiffs that read, quote, Judge, I'm having a little trouble with handwriting, so bear with me here. Are there members of the audience in the courtroom that are sketching members of the jury, question mark. Is that allowed without consent? Question mark. It is distracting and a concern. Please advise. In response to this note, court staff confirmed that there was a member of the spectators that was in fact sketching jurors and identifying the sketches by juror number. That sketchbook was confiscated. The sketches of the jurors were removed from the sketchbook. That person has been removed as a spectator, will not be allowed back in. We cannot have anyone doing anything to identify the jurors in any way. And then the jurors were informed by a bailiff, not by me, that we responded in that way so they do not have to speculate about whether that's continuing. Okay, Mr. Bloodworth, anything further on that?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
No, you're up.
Okay. Anything else on the record before we recess, Mr. Blevins?
Okay, now I want to just go back and look at the gallery and see if we perhaps, when did this happen? See if we see anybody, because there's a few times that we got a good look at, like right there. Let's see. Did you see anybody drawing? Who looks suspicious? Who's drawing?
Matter of
Let me show you something that makes me furious every time I see it. This is a real tax return from someone making $284,972.
law permissible. Now, I can see a read under Utah Department of Transportation where.
I don't see. What about this lady? Is she drawing? What's she doing? What are these two doing? What are these two doing right here?
And if that is the proper read of it, I don't think it
No,
is,
I don't
but it
think
might
she's
be.
drawing. I don't think she is.
Then the
Anybody else?
state
Nobody else looks like they're drawing right here.
asserts that in these.
She's taking notes. I don't think she's drawing the jury, do you?
Exercise
She's the only one I see even writing, but do you think she's drawing? I don't think so. We have to see if she's still there later. Or tomorrow. We'll have to see if she's still there tomorrow. Now let's look over here. I just,
Counsel, would you approach for a minute?
who's got a sketchbook? Anybody? Not that many people in the gallery, even though I just wanted to see if we see anybody with a sketchbook.
Fix the hypothetical and say one is more likely than another because there are too many variables?
Yes. Do you think it was really early on and that's why the judge was yelling at that extraordinary long sidebar? I don't think so, though. I think that was too early.
There was a canine search run at one point with a dog.
Yes,
When was that, approximately? You don't need to know the exact date.
that was on the April 14th of 2022 search.
Alrighty, well. I don't know. We'll see if we don't see the people tomorrow, right? We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Where's that? Huh? Uh-oh. He's pounding on the... Oh, here we go.
Did your
Million.
Ms. Lewis?
No, you're
Okay. We need Mr. Burns, sir.
Okay. Let me get this out of here. Come on, just get out of here now. Okay, and I think we're done with this too. Come on, get out. Now we gotta get on. Oh, I've got to get these people down over here. I'm not talking to you, murder. If you're listening, I'm not talking to you. All right. Now, where's the chat? Here you are. Okay. So what about that? Now I'm back in the chat for a minute. Hold on a sec. Am I on top chat? Okay. You have to go for a little bit, B-Lady. 90 days or longer sometimes. That's why I'm puzzled. What is it, Tierney? Football teams. What's up? I'm just really surprised the attorneys have not picked up on the THC missing from. I must be missing something. What do you mean? It's possible that he wasn't doing that. She's the one that said he was doing it. It's possible he wasn't doing it, Tierney. Taking the THC. Maybe he bought it and didn't like the way he felt and left it up there, you know? Very, very possible. So it could be all of the gummies they found in the home were hers. Yeah, it could be. But it's THC. I mean, yeah, but she's a liar, B-lady. He wasn't obviously taking them because it's not in his system. You know? You have to realize you're dealing with a liar. To Scooter, where are you? Watched a young man get 5 life sentences for a mass shooting. Oh yeah, he got 5. I saw that. Is that the one that killed his brother and and then, yeah. Hi, Steve Jones. How are you? We talk all the time. Without Scooter, babe, and UHP, smoke bag tire for greener pastures. Scooter's not going anywhere, UHP, with you in a truck. Are you trying to say she's out on the truck with you and you're screeching your tires for greener pastures? Or are you saying she's smoking tires? She doesn't smoke, and I don't think she's going anywhere in a truck with you. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. That's a little weird. Scooter's married, and if she's going anywhere in a truck with me, with anyone, it'll be down to Edisto. That's what it'll be. It'll be with us. Okay. Who's that now? Tierney says, yeah, Kouri says he was doing the gummies. Right, so why don't they mention it at all? But what do you want them to mention? Tell me what you want them to mention. I would think it would help prove the state's case. Well, it's evident pretty much, right? She said he took gummies. They're not in his system. The gummies are there. They'll probably go over it in closing arguments or something, but a lot of the stuff that Kouri said are lies. You know? So, I mean, they'll go over it, Tony. I have no doubt. We got to put up our poll, but no doubt that she is guilty. If anybody would like to call in and talk about Kouri Richins' case or Nancy, whatever, feel free to email me. Let me see here. What do I want to say here? Okay, yeah. Oh, hey, B lady. I told you tomorrow, but I'm going to do a poll here, so I'll put it in here for you what you wanted. But we're not going to be able to compare it because we only had 2 options. Now we have 3, so it's going to be different. Hi, Jen. I know, right? You think that's saying some weird stuff, weird emails, weird stuff. Okay. Okay, and let's add an option. And the option is uncertain for B lady. Okay. And we're going to start that poll. Beautiful. Someone in the comments said something, or someone in the comments today said something, or why are they drawing? I forget. What? Wait. Margaret, I don't get it. Someone in the comments today said something, or why are they drawing? I forget who it was. Oh, someone in our comments said, why are they drawing? Somebody they saw in the gallery? Really? Interesting. Interesting. Just getting here. Scott, what's up with the car video? Probably much to do about nothing. It was taken by some people about 2.5 miles from Nancy's house. And at first there was a whole big hullabaloo that, oh my gosh, it's a Kia, and maybe they're where they are, they don't have a big egress, or it's just what they say, they could get away without, they could get the back roads. Well, eventually you have to get to the main roads, and I don't know. There's somebody also, Scott, that's been allegedly arrested outside that was high on weed and maybe alcohol, but only one person said alcohol, who had a picture of Nancy Guthrie on his cell phone, and possibly allegedly had driven past the house real slow, 50 to 100 times. There's a big difference, isn't there, between 50 and 100 times? Yeah, there is. Try to do 50 push-ups and try to do 100 and tell me how much the difference is. But Scott, I went into it in the beginning. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. Then the house is going to be given back to the Guthries. Savannah's going to go back to New York, try to get on with her life. And that's what's happening. They've cut down on a lot of the media because they don't allow the parking on the street anymore. And they're barricading it like one way because they don't want all this media around. They put new cameras on the outside of Nancy's house. What else? Scooter, are you here? Scooter. I know she's here. Don't make me call you on the phone again. Lewis, I read somewhere that they're trying to find which phone closed before the kidnapping. They're trying to find which phone closed before the kidnapping. What do you mean? What are you doing, Scooter? What's going on? So, Margaret, where are you? You still here, Margaret? I think it was, yes, I think it was Alice. That must be an awful feeling, not knowing what has happened to a loved one. Yeah, not having the closure, right? Yeah, but I think it's actually going to be probably better for her to go back to her life and back to work and stuff. Hi, Heart Made Wise. I think it'll probably be better for her. Than, just sitting around, it's like you could want to claw your skin off. I was waiting on something. You were waiting on something? A truck to come pick you up? Sorry. I'm sorry. Someone wants to pick you up in a truck. I told them you're not going anywhere. It would just be hard to do. Yeah, but it might be easier than you think. Doesn't mean she's forgotten her mother or anything. It doesn't matter where she is, right? No. What does that mean, no? What does that mean, no? I mean, they can check on the cell phone tower if a phone closed before the kidnapping and reopen after to hide the cell phone from this place. Oh, I see what you mean. But the problem is with that, Lewis, if let's say he didn't live in the area, how are, they could go on local towers and stuff, but it's not, how are they've done stuff like that, like found phones. I know what you mean, like in that, when that lady was texting her own daughter, right? They kept finding her phone number, kept coming up. But they'd have to, if the person lived, let's just say the person came from California and left their phone back in California and then came to Arizona, then went back to California and turned their phone on, how would they know to look in California? It's good if it happens in the nearby vicinity, right? Or like with Kelsey Barrett, I don't know if you followed that. They followed the way home to someone that they suspected, and they found out that Kelsey Barrett's phone went that way and then was discarded. So yeah, there's stuff like that, but so yeah, then we can find out about that. But yeah, I mean, it's a good idea, Lewis. It's a good idea if he's in the area, and if they could see what kind of, maybe at one time he didn't shut his phone off and he was going by Nancy's house at those suspicious times, right? That would be good. That's good thinking, Lewis. Really good thinking. 100% White Angel. If you listen to, I want to pull my hair out. If you listen to the beginning of this, White Angel, I tell you that when my mother died suddenly, okay, of a massive stroke, I was in the middle of finishing finishing at those, it was a different semester, whatever, for my bachelor's degree that I was finishing. And I could have easily said, okay, I'm not going to do this, but then I was so close to, and it was my math classes, right? And I was so close to the end, and I knew my mother would say, Carolyn, what are you doing? You can't do anything for me anymore, right? I'm not here. Finish the class. And I did it because I knew she would want me to do it. So I do know that, White Angel. I do. And I also said that when I lost my son, that this community and having this to do saved me, okay, from being rolled up in a ball somewhere and probably in a very bad state and not the best person for my family and everything, okay? So I do know, White Angel. Sadly, I do know. I wish I didn't know. But sadly, I do know. I just went back and watched. I have a ring. Should I Google how long it takes to drive to Miami and check to see if a car passed? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, in one way, Lewis is onto something there, but they could check all the pings that pinged close to Nancy's house in that month period of time, which maybe they have. Just to see if there's any strange numbers there, right? I don't know. I think it's a good advice. I mean, a good, not advice. A good plan. Good plan. Okay. To each their own, White Angel. You're not the first thing a grief counselor told me, you are not accountable to anyone for how you grieve. Okay? Let's see. She already did take a month off. I'm sure she misses her kids. She misses her support system. She misses her life. Yes, only if they close the phone close to the house. Well, that's what I mean. But what if they went through at a different time? You know what I mean? And didn't have their phone off. Maybe they forgot one time. One of the earlier times. Maybe on that January 11th. Maybe on January 5th. Maybe on January 8th. Maybe on January 7th. Whatever. Yeah. If they could check if any numbers that were not neighbors. Yeah, that's what I just said, Hart. Yeah, I think maybe if they could, right? And then see it. And it doesn't mean that that person is the suspect. It could be someone that's visiting a neighbor, right? Yeah. But what you gonna do? I don't know. On my computer. computer is not giving me the temperature update. So I feel awfully cold. So let me check what else is happening, because again, Nancy Guthrie and Kouri Richins are not the only things that are going on in the world, right? And that's we've been consumed with it. And I've got to put the 10:30 in the morning, 10:20. You please join us for the live stream of the trial. Now, what does this say? Shoot, hold on a minute. Nancy, let's see what this says. Oh, the parking restrictions, right? The parking restrictions. The wider no parking zone, which will address the congestion, the trespassing, the trash left along the roadways. Pima County officials confirmed the wider no parking zone will come into effect on Thursday. It comes after a mystery man who claimed he saw Nancy 5 days ago offered chilling new proof. What new proof? Parking changes follow an unsuccessful attempt over the weekend to enforce a one-way traffic flow on the road, which failed to deal with the ongoing issues. Under the new restrictions, media personnel and online streamers will still be permitted to access to the area, but they must park somewhere else and arrange for drop-offs. Violators of the no parking zone, they're going to be hit with a $250 fine. Oh boy. Constant presence of the press, the bloggers, the curious onlookers, the lurkers has elicited a divided response from the community. While some residents haven't had a problem with it, others have resorted to placing traffic cones and signs on their properties to deter unwanted visitors. Get out of here. Authorities say the tents, the generators, the satellite trucks set up along the road have created congestion and safety concerns. Despite the sheriff's plea for people not to take matters into their own hands, volunteers have continued to look. A small group reported finding a black backpack on Sunday. Let's see. But it wasn't the same brand as the one identified, and FBI released of a masked person at Guthrie's home on the night she disappeared. Then a couple from Arizona also reportedly found a bloody glove and a blood-spattered rock near Nancy's home. Cops said to have looked into the lead, but it's unclear what the latest is, as no update has been issued since. Journalists and streamers aren't the only people to go into the neighborhood. A supporter of the Guthrie family have shown up outside of the home to drop off flowers, yellow ribbons, crosses, and prayers. Let's go see what else we got. Oh, guess what? Like, if anything, they're like, Nick Reiner's siblings refused to pay for his lawyer. Like, no kidding. I think everybody was so surprised, right? Tony Lamas is saying there's a significant development in the search for Nancy Guthrie. What is that? He says The hunt is still on. After weeks of thorough searches by the FBI and local law enforcement, Nancy's home has been handed back to the family and is no longer deemed a crime scene. On a recent episode of NBC Nightly News, an insider revealed that investigators no longer see the need to seal off the home as a crime scene or limit the family's access. This marks the second time the property was given back to the family since the disappearance. 2 days after Nancy's disappearance, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos declared that the team had wrapped up the search. At the time, he said, "The search is done. We're done with the residence. We have turned it over to the family." However, the day after this announcement, the FBI cordoned off the property again. The main significance of handing the house back is that it's going to end the ability to collect evidence. Any evidence that they would collect, any defense attorney would say that this could be contaminated. This could have been planted. Well, look how they went to Kouri Richins' house over and over again. This is the end of the line as far as collecting evidence goes. Well, that's not what happened with Kouri Richins. Worries first began to surface when Nancy didn't show. Okay, we know that. That's okay. Where's this? That's the big thing. That's the big. Oh my goodness. See. Back here. Wellness influencer dies 1 day after 8th wedding anniversary following complications from IVF. What happened there? Gabriella Martins died at the age of 31. Hold on. Let's see what happened here. Wellness influencer and therapist Gabriela Martin Santos de Mora died at the age of 31 due to complications during an in vitro fertilization procedure. She went into cardiorespiratory arrest and died after 8 days in a coma. She offered courses and shared content focused on mindfulness. She's Brazilian. Her family said she died due to complications during an in vitro fertilization operation. Her cousin told the local news outlet that she went into cardiorespiratory arrest at the private clinic in São Paulo, where the procedure was being performed. She was transferred to a hospital and was hospitalized for 8 days while in a coma. The family said she died on Tuesday, the 24th of February, and they authorized the donation of her organs. The late social media creator married hand surgeon Samuel Mora in February of 2018. She died 1 day after their 8th anniversary. Tributes to her poured onto social media following the news of her death. Family member posted an Instagram reel compiling their photos over the years and penned a meaningful message saying, "Gabby, life was never too small for you. Today the world has become a little quieter. We lost a great friend, godmother, therapist, family member. Those who knew Gabby knew that she lived everything intensely. They say life is short, but Gabby proved that life can be immense if we have the courage to pursue our dreams. She said she would do it, and she did it. Nothing was left for later. She wanted a new experience every week. She lived intensely. I miss her sweetness, her unconditional love, her true friendship so much. We were planning to have, this is another friend of hers, I guess. Apparel by the pool. She referred to Santos de Mora as her teacher and inspiration in training, self-care, and self-knowledge. She said she always lifted you up and applauded you as if you were the most special person in the world. Interesting. Let's see what happened here. A pro golfer, Andrea Pavin, was badly injured in a freak elevator accident. What happened? He was badly injured in what is described as a freak elevator accident. Don't tell me a shirt or something got caught in the door. Alrighty, let's see. The Italian golfer, 36, fell down an elevator shaft. Oh boy. After the doors opened on the floor he was on, but the car itself was not there. Oh boy. This was in South Africa. He was in surgery for hours. Oh boy. The injuries don't seem to be life-threatening. Oh, scary. By all accounts, he's in good spirits, thankful to be alive, and FaceTiming with his kids. Very scary, huh? Oh, remember that mom of 3 we told you about, and then she disappeared, but she was in North Carolina for years and years, remember? Now there's some more information. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Shoot. Come on, baby. Oh, stop it. The hamsters are taking their sweet time tonight. Hang on, I just want to put the graphic up on the screen, and the hamster is just running so slow to make the computer run. Gotta get maybe some faster hamsters. Okay. Here we go. Oh my goodness, what is going on? There we go. So this is, oh my gosh, what the freak? Hamsters. Why can't we get anything centered tonight, huh? This is not so. Let's try this again. Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll try this again. This picture is from the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office in Rockingham, North Carolina. And it shows two women. If we can get it over there, it shows two women. Come on. Tag on it. From the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office. One woman when she went missing, and one woman how she, this is the same woman, okay? 24 years apart. And it's Michelle Hunley Smith. And this found her in February of 2026, this month. But she was arrested this week on a warrant tied to a DWI from 2001. Now remember that, I don't even know how she hung out in North Carolina for all this time, because she went missing from her family for 24 years. No one knew where she was, right? She resurfaced 24 years after she was reported missing and has now been arrested on an outstanding driving while intoxicated charge that dates back to 2001. So she was taken into custody in Robeson County on an outstanding failure to appear warrant from 2001. And the court records will show that she was cited for driving while impaired on November 11th of 2001, and she failed to show up in court in December of 2001. She was arrested Wednesday, February 25th of 2026, and she posted bond the same day and is scheduled to appear in court March 26th. But she was 38 years old on December 9th of 2001 after she left her Rockingham County, North Carolina home to go Christmas shopping. So I'm back. 24 years later, I'm back. Sales were phenomenal. I don't know. Wait till you guys see what I got you. Oh, you've aged 24 years. Then these toys are not going to be any good. Okay. Anyway. She went to go Christmas shopping in Martinsville, Virginia. She never returned. Her husband said, hey, she never came back. She went out for a run and she never came back. Okay. Now, earlier in February, in the early part of February, which is only 28 days, detectives made contact with her at an undisclosed location in North Carolina because they got some new information. And she was located face-to-face, alive and well. She's a mother of 3. She told the investigators that she left in 2001 due to ongoing domestic issues. But there were no prior domestic reports on file and no evidence of foul play. So the district attorney for Rockingham County, Katie Gregg, said there's not enough evidence to pursue criminal charges related to her disappearance, such as abandonment. However, hey, we still have a DWI on file. Let's get her on that. Now, we talked once before about one of her daughters having mixed emotions, and I think she posted on Facebook that, you know, it's her mother, but why'd she leave and all this stuff. But yeah, so she got arrested on a DWI from all those years ago after she went Christmas shopping. Okay. Christmas shopping. Where did this happen? The Wire actor dead at 62 after being caught in a barn fire. A barn fire. Wow. Beloved actor Bobby J. Brown. Died at the age of 62 after being caught in a devastating barn fire. His daughter told the media that her father succumbed to smoke inhalation on Wednesday and that she believes he did not die from the severe burns that he suffered in the blaze. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner for the state of Maryland confirmed the cause of death as diffuse thermal injury and smoke inhalation and ruled the incident an accident. According to the family, Brown had called a relative for a fire extinguisher after the blaze ignited, but by the time help arrived, the barn was fully engulfed. He will be remembered not only for The Wire, but also memorable roles on Law and Order, SVU, and We Own This City. His daughter states that he was a devoted Jehovah's Witness and that arrangements for a funeral service are currently underway. Apparently he made a 911 call from the barn or something. How terrible. A barn fire. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? How many hamsters do we have running on the wheels? How many hamsters? Oh my goodness. A mother in Northern California who has been behind bars for over 25 years may be getting released. Megan Hogg. She killed her 3 daughters in the late 90s by duct taping their mouths shut. She was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, but now that that's done, she might actually get out. For the second time in less than 10 years, the parole board has decided Hogg is eligible and fit to be released, but relatives of her daughters believe it's the wrong decision. On March 23rd, 1998, 25-year-old Hogg taped the mouths and feet of her daughters, then 2, 3, and 7, and smothered them to death. Wow. Wait till you hear the reason. Let's get her over there. She pled, She did this out of anger, prosecutors say, that the children loved their grandmother who was taking care of them more than her. She pled no contest to 3 counts of first-degree murder, and she was sentenced 25 years to life. Parole hearing for her took place on February 20th and was held at the Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla. There were 10 family members that went, 7 from her immediate family, 2 family members from the girl's father's side. However, wait, and then there's got to be 1 from other. 7 and 2 is 9. Oh, and 1 more family member. No, that's not it. That's 9. Is this the new math, like the trial? 2 family members from the girl's father's side, and 1 of them opposed her release. A 3rd family member deferred to the parole board's decision. Okay. The parole board found that the 53-year-old woman is suitable for parole. She was denied parole 3 times, once in 2019, once in 2021, and once in 2023. The district attorney's office continues to strongly oppose her to get out on parole. The case is going to be sent to Governor Gavin Newsom for review, but she was deemed suitable for parole the last time in 2018. Okay, so it says that her daughters were found deceased by their grandmother, and she also attempted to take her life at the same time by drinking hot chocolate laced with about 40 tablets of codeine, Tylenol, Vicodin, and Trazodone. She has been diagnosed with depression 2 years prior and was prescribed multiple antidepressant medications. She's, according to court records, she took her daughters' lives to spare them the problems that faced her in her own life. Family members said that at the time of the trial, she was having frequent seizures because of a head injury. They believe she lost the will to live as a result. Serious rule violations, violations of prison rules on dealing drugs within the prison, disciplinary issues, and poor parole plans were among the reasons the district attorneys didn't believe she should be granted parole. Oh, great. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me see here. I'm lying on top of... Oh my goodness, what happened here? A mother found lying on top of a deceased 6-year-old after stabbing her 20 times with a kitchen knife. Wow. Santa Rosa County Jail. 40-year-old Florida woman who stabbed her 6-year-old daughter 20 times before calling her sister to say something bad happened and making comments about evil spirits. April Olivia is facing a murder charge for the death of Valerie Olivia. According to a probable cause arrest affidavit, Olivia called her sister, making comments about evil spirits and something bad happened. The sister had her father go to the house to investigate. He could hear Olivia yelling, but he couldn't make out what she was saying. He told investigators that eventually he entered the home through the unlocked door to the master bedroom, walked into the kitchen where he saw Olivia and her daughter covered in blood. April repeatedly stated, "She's dead," and he saw Valerie's lifeless body. The father called 911, and when deputies arrived, they allegedly found Olivia lying on top of Valerie's body. There was apparently blood throughout the home, especially in the kitchen where Olivia and Valerie were located. It was quickly determined Valerie was deceased and had sustained deep lacerations to her neck, exposing tissue and bone. I'm hearing that same thing tweeting last night that I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me get back to the chat. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Get me back to the chat, please. What, Margaret? What happened? What's going on, Margaret? Who's saying you're being mean? So much, yeah, Lewis. You know, I don't know. So people have gone crazy. Is it that we're hearing of it more because of the social media and everything being so instant, or what? Right? All right, let me, I'm gonna, Margaret. So, Margaret, do you know I saw a commercial after you guys were talking about house cleaning, and there's this house cleaning service. You know what they said? You get your first house cleaning, and they show you them doing the cabinets and everything. It said for $19 for the first one. Yeah, and then you probably pay $1,000 for each additional. Hi, Dukin. Amy's Justice League. Hello there, Amy's Justice League. What did you say, Amy? I'm missing you. Is it me that's buffering or you? Well, it better be you, Amy. It better not be me. It better not. Let me see. I'm going to go to the end of my video. I don't think I am. No, it's you, girl. It's you, girl. Okay. So, where's Scooter? It's all good. It's all good in the hood, Margaret. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea before we go any further, though. Oh, my sweet little bluebirds. Okay. You lagged out? You lagged out. Hi, Mr. Wu. How are you? Hey, that rhymes. What else are we going to do here? Let me just check something first. I want to check something else before we go on to that, because I have to check the latest update just to see if there's anything else, which who knows there. It could be, and it could be. Maybe, maybe not, right? Let's just see. Latest. All right, let's see. Someone says, does the route of the car in this new footage, right, correspond with where the famous glove was found? Like, does it now make sense to imagine someone in that car could have thrown it out? Because the issue with these pieces is that they're highly scattered and barely connecting. Let's see. Okay, the suspicious man that got arrested, right? And he looks like he's... Is that his little car? A suspicious man with her photo and smelling of marijuana was arrested outside her Tucson home. Deputies drove his blue SUV away instead of towing it. That's weird. County deputies can do their own phlebotomy on scene at traffic stops. If you refuse, pre-screener, or you seem impaired, also done for suspected drug marijuana impairment, when DREs need more than SFSTs. Pretty neat. So they're drawing blood at the scene. The deputies. I guess they went for phlebotomy. Okay. The guy has now been taken into custody by the sheriff outside of Nancy Guthrie's house. It's unclear on what charges, if any. The sheriff made him do a number of tests on the spot. Hop on one foot. Okay, now do a shuffle ball change. And okay. Anyway. And he positioned into the back of the police truck. And he was positioned into the back of the police truck and driven off. All right. Wouldn't it be crazy if that was the guy, right? That'd just be so freaking crazy. Sure. I'm back. But I think the stream probably ended because we blipped. Are we still on? If we're on, it's a miracle. If we are on, it's a miracle because the internet went out. Let's see. Hold on. Are we still on? If we're on, it's an absolute miracle. It's a Festivus miracle. That's crazy. Hold on. It just said I thought we were going to have another night like that other night. It said we had no internet. It blipped on. So crazy. That's wacko. Thank you. Wow, that's a miracle. That's a miracle. Okay, so that's very strange. Let me get rid of all of this stupidity. Close. There. So I was saying I'm surprised they don't have like everything about this guy, right? Why not? No, but you said it a long time ago, Amy. My thing would never let me buffer that long. You said that a way, 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 way long time ago, right? Right? Yeah. All right. Carolyn, it's not a big deal. What's not a big deal? What's not a big deal? Why? What are you coming in and speaking in these crazy things that you're like trying to gaslight? What are you gaslighting? What's not a big deal? That the internet went out, or about Scooter, or about the things you sent me in the email? What's not a big deal? I consider it a big deal if someone tells me they've done something for me that I haven't asked for and I don't know what it is. It's a pretty big deal to me. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back to my little gray shack. Call Hawaii. All right, let's go over here and see what we're doing. And then I'm going to make myself something, but I want to check. Oh my gosh. Oh, digital blackout. Hey, Lewis, I hope you're still in the chat. I think, listen to this. What were you just saying before, right? You were just saying something. Let's see if this is what it was said. It says, whoever abducted Nancy may have left behind crucial digital evidence, even if they thought they covered their tracks. And this is according to the forensics expert that helped solve the University of Idaho murders. Authorities have released few details about any evidence, but Heather Barnhart, a digital forensic expert with Cellbrite and the SANS Institute, said cell tower data, Wi-Fi logs, and other digital breadcrumbs could prove critical. There you go, Lewis. Way to go, Lewis. Okay. The loudest evidence can be the lack of evidence. She analyzed the phone and computer of Brian Koberger And she found that criminals often underestimate how difficult it is to truly disappear in a world saturated with connected technology. With DNA leads pointing to dead ends, so far, it may be digital evidence that moves Nancy Guthrie's case forward. You're right on it there, Lewis. She pointed to Brian Kohberger. Kohberger, and I'm quoting her now, quote, Kohberger literally created bookends around the crime by turning off his device. So in addition to all the clearing and other things that he prepped for to erase his digital footprint, the fact that right before the murder, his phone was turned off, and then, within like 40 minutes or so, after it was turned back on, it kind of gave us that tunnel to look down here. Investigators have said little about what kind of digital evidence they've recovered so far in the case. The suspect, who may or may not have acted alone, took measures to hide his fingerprints and DNA. He had a ski mask, gloves, long-sleeve clothing, seems to have avoided shedding any traceable genetic material inside Nancy Guthrie's home. So it may be that, like Kohberger, he and any potential accomplices covered their tracks by turning off their phones or placing them in airplane mode. If that's the case, investigators can look at behavior patterns in the area and try to find an aberration. And if they do that, that could be the detail that cracks the case. If the person prepped, they wouldn't ping that tower, but if they went ahead of time and scoped it out or planned, they would have. And then you can also look for entry and exit and then proximity pings, because eventually you're going to turn your phone back on. Unless it was like that other person, remember, and they left their phone at their house. Oh, that was Teepee. He left his phone at his house, but he's still caught, okay? You're going to get caught. Even a temporary blackout can stand out. And if the abductor did bring their phone but put it on airplane mode, some of the movements may still be traceable. She discovered this while working on the Kohberger case when she crossed time zones and her device on airplane mode the whole time pinged a new location. Investigators may also have examined whether a suspect's phone touched Nancy Guthrie's home Wi-Fi network, even without connecting to it, potentially placing the device at the scene. And traffic cameras are another tool available to investigators. It remains unclear whether authorities recovered helpful footage from them. There are many visible throughout the county. You would think so, right? Because they've got to hit those cross streets. 10-hour time that they had before they called, though. Barnhart said, in the Idaho case, phone logs showed the shutdown was user-initiated and the device was fully charged before going dark. Details that helped investigators determine it was deliberate. I remember when we were looking at all that information about his phone, I remember going around where he went to like some donut shop or something. With Brian Kohberger, he disabled cellular, he disabled Wi-Fi, and he turned off his phone. That is extreme measures to not have a digital footprint. So he really took all the steps, but he still made a mistake. And then she said, we hope in Nancy Guthrie that whoever has her has made a mistake and that we can uncover that footprint. 1-800-CALL-FBI. So you're right there, Lewis. You were barking up the right tree. What happened here? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Somebody says that there's a Channel 5 true crime series branded stomach churning by viewers, and it returns to screens tonight, February 26th. It first aired in 2024, A Killer Makes a Call. Has anybody ever heard that? It aired 3 series and featured harrowing cases in each episode. The show features investigators explaining why perpetrators ring 999 in a bid to avoid suspicion. Each episode features a different heart-wrenching case. They said, oh wow. It says, what is this one? Did anybody ever watch this? Viewers get an insight into how investigations were carried out via family statements and expert testimonies. Furthermore, this repeated episode originally aired in Series 2. I don't understand. When a TikTok user wrote, it's definitely worth a binge watch if you like a true crime. One episode featured the case of Julie Dixon, who lied about locking her fiancé in a cupboard and burning him to death. Julie, 50, murdered her partner of 15 years, David Twigg. He was 46. She did this in her workshop after she locked him in a cupboard and set the building alight. What is this? She blamed 2 masked intruders for the murder. Police found no evidence of a raid. They arrested her instead. Checks on her computer show that in the days leading up to the murder, she'd been searching for ways to kill someone without leaving any evidence that could be revealed in a post-mortem examination. People also spotted her on CCTV buying 2 cans of petrol that day before the murder and placing them in her car. This must be in the UK. Where are you? Pitbull and murder. What is this about? Former friend Lisa says normally songs played at funerals would enhance memories of loved ones. But what? She played Red Light Spells Danger by Billy Ocean, which felt a little unusual. Red light spells danger. And this is weird. I wonder if this is about Kouri Richins, because it says, listen to this one. It says, tonight's episode, a family uncovers a murder plot after a son's overdose death. I wonder if that's about Kouri Richins. Wouldn't that be something? I don't know. What the heck? Who's it about? Oh no, it's somebody named Jack. It says, when a family refused to accept that their son Jack died of an overdose, they undertake their own investigation, and then they identify a man with Jack the night that he died. So I guess he murdered him, right? Thought that was going to be about Kouri Richins at first. Oh, wait a second. What happened here? Okay, hang on, because I'm gonna go get my tea now. I'm gonna put my. Hey, I got our gas. We got our gas delivered. Yay! I can use a tea kettle again. It's so great. Way to go, Amy's Justice League. What time does the trial start? I started at like 10:20 Eastern time. You're in Central time, so it would be 9:20 for you in the morning. Yeah. Alicia and B Lady were late today. They drove in together. I found it. I said, "Did you guys drive in together?" Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Thank you. I'm live, Dukin. Bling's live. Bling Bling is live. Thank you for the super chats. Look at that. Okay, we get to play the super chat song. Yay, 2 times for Chrissy. Yay, thank you, Chrissy. Okay, I think it's this one, yes.
Whoa, super chat, look at you. Sending love, we see it too. Thank you, Rambo, shining bright. Mommy ramblings up tonight. Lights are glowing, hearts are true. Every word we feel with you.
This is the second one for you, Christy, for the 2 super chats. Thank you. We played another one for you today.
Oh, super chat, look at you. Sending love, we see it too. Thank you, Rambo, shining bright. Mommy ramblings up tonight. Lights are glowing, hearts are true. Every word we feel with you.
Okay, hold on, it always runs to that one. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Sandra voice. Okay, now. Dukin, don't you worry. Dukin wants to know if we're going to play the word game. Hart, tell Dukin if we're going to play the word game. We are playing the word game, Dukin. 110% we're playing the word game. But I'm going to get a cup of tea. I love you too, Chrissy, and God bless you and your family. Hope you guys are doing well, healing good, and getting ready for spring and summer, right? Yeah, I can't believe it. Next month is spring. We always get to say it in February, and then it's like February's almost over. Today, 2 days of February, then we're going to be in the month of spring. Hi, Pet Nanny Nancy. The songs are fun, aren't they? Yeah, we're celebrating good things. Let me put on the tea kettle. Pet Nanny Nancy, why do I always think you live in the UK, but you don't? I don't know why I always think. I think it's because you have like the Pet Nanny Nancy. I don't know. I always think you live in the UK. I have no idea why, but every time I see you, I think you're here from the UK. It's crazy. It's crazy, I tell you. Just crazy. I've got to just check. Hold on, I got to check my living things, my plants. hold on, guys. I have to order my lemon tree in just 1 second. I'll be like the judge. You could stretch your legs and take a break. I'll be right back. Hold on, I'm almost done. I just have to get my jade plants in water. I'll be right there, Doogie. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. A lot of plants, a lot of plants. I'm getting my tea. And then we're going to play the game, Dukin. That White Angel and Puddin love. They love it so much they can't even contain themselves how much they love that game. They love it. You're gonna love it at Levitt's. Okay. I'll tell you something. It's what is it? Is it 2:30 or 1:30? It's 2:30. How is it 2:30 already? I looked, it was 1. I said, we're doing good. We gotta get to bed. You know that we gotta get to bed by 3, guys. Because we're rambling in the early morning hours. I still have to do my thumbnail is easy. I just have to, I'm just gonna chuck it up there right now. And then I'll share it out in the morning, but I want to just get it. All I have to do is just, takes me 1 second. Can you read my last comment? Yes, let me see, Dukin. Can I read your last comment? I see is Nancy's case is going to be like Elizabeth's Smart case, found alive 20 years later. What do you want to plant outside, Amy? Does anybody know what you do with an Easter lily? Plant it outside? I guess you could, like any other lily, right? I don't even know what I've ever done with Easter lilies. I think they've just died out, and I don't know. You've got to find time to watch the other 2 days of test. I know because you're like on the jury, Amy, right? You want to be like on the jury. That's what you want to do. Oh boy. Let me just share the live out tomorrow so you know what time we're going to be on, Amy, okay? I'll just share that. No, I'm not going to share that. I mean, just start her up. It's very easy. It takes me a second because all I have to do is change the day. Let's see. I don't know why. I am starving. What the hell am I starving? I had a bowl of soup, a lentil soup. That's what I had for dinner. It's probably why. I'm hearing that thing. Tweet, 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 tweet. I can't even make the sound that it makes. Okay. Live Kouri Richins trial, right? Reuse setting. Tomorrow's day 5. That's what we have to do is change it to day 5. Day 5. And if you have anywhere to stream and to share our stream out, please do so. We love people that share. You going on vacation with us this year, Amy? Okay, let's see here. Chrissy? Let's go. All right, let me just put this on. We're gonna do 10, 20 is what I say. I haven't seen Miss Rosalita. She usually watches trials. I'm surprised she's not watching this. Miss Rosalita, where have you been, girl? Done. Done, dun, 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 dun. Tomorrow's the 27th. Get out. Okay, I'm done. Okay, Duke, and I've got a boiling hot cup of tea here. All right, so Amy, it's up. So you can just go bookmark it. Here. Here, I'm going to put this stream in our stream right now. It's 2:30, Amy. Amy, there's the live for tomorrow. All right? That's why I'm starving. I know, right? Okay. It's an owl that you think I'm hearing, Margaret? I wish I could get the sound of it. It doesn't sound like an owl. An owl says like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's weird. It's like, did you hear it last night, Margaret? I have big, giant turkeys in my yard. They were in the yard today. Oh, I showed it to you, right? That was today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's still today. But they were in my yard yesterday too. But I can't believe that's still today. That I'm still going from then. I've almost been up 24 hours. And I look it. Crikey. Okay. It depends. At Scooter goes. If Scooter goes, you're not going, right? That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Amy. All right, let's play the word game. Oh, you're kind, Dukin. You're kind. You're very sweet. Okay, here we go. You guys were on the ball last night, faster than fast. But I don't. Where's our game players? White Angel says. Ought to take a poll. Oh, what does our poll say? Let me just take a see. With that uncertain, we lose. See that we lose 24%. So now we're going to have a whole new standard. So somebody remember, please, that it was 76% that said she was guilty, 24% said uncertain, but no one said that she's not guilty. But now we have to start a whole nother standard. Okay. Daily puzzle. Owls can hiss, scream, bark, whinny, and even make cat-like calls. Really? Good to know. I thought I was losing my mind. It's a small one, so I'll only do... I'm going to do 4 words, and you guys have the rest. Okay, you guys have the rest. We got to watch that whole trial. You know that. You know that, Duke. And you're like Amy. Amy's got to act like she's a juror. Like she's got to, she can't, yeah. That was one of my words, Duke. Good try, though. Good try. Trial is something else. I wonder how long that witness is going to be on the stand tomorrow. Because then they're going to do the redirect. The tighten up. Justify. Very good, Louis. Justify. Beautiful. Yes, I did hear it, and some owls make different noises. You think that really is an owl, huh? Okay. Fist and Just are up on the board. I know it is, babe. I know, Margaret, but until I go to bed, it's still the same day for me. When I go to bed, then it's a different day. Fit. Very good, Louis. Suit is up there. Heart. You know how it is, Margaret. I almost fell asleep before, like at about, I don't know, I sat down for like 10 o'clock, maybe it was 10, maybe it was earlier. Amy, I get you and Hart because you both have these long names, and I almost thought Hart said that. And I said, that doesn't sound like Hart, and then I saw it was Amy. Heart, you need a Snickers, I was going to say, but then it was Amy. Amy, you need a Snickers. Sift. That reminds me of flour, which reminds me of cake and cookies, which makes me hungry. Very good, Heart. Suit, yeah, suit's up there though, Amy. Oh my goodness. Calm down, little fella. Calm down there. Okay. Then I even got my plants watered tonight. That was nice. What in the freak is he doing? Fits. He had about 100 fits. Very good. Fuji. Fuji. Why isn't Fuji a good Fuji apple? No, won't allow it. Proper nouns. What happened? Hey, look, Hart. We don't have a cookie jar anymore. What happened to our cookie jar? What's going on with these presents? It's not Christmas. What do you have? Fuji's? Oh, I don't think so, but yeah, that'll be there, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't think Fuji's will be there, but okay. I'll put it in there for you. No, it's not there. Margaret, I'm almost done working. So I've been up as long as you have, Carolyn, and I'm starving like Marvin. Really? What are you going to eat? What are you going to eat, Margaret? Cheesecake? You still have cheesecake? You were cooking like a fool the other day. You were cooking like a fool the other day. Fusty. He's fusty. Dukin, Lewis, Murder, Amy. Where's our players? Yesterday you guys were cranking. I thought we were going to be powerhousing through this. There was like no delay. I didn't even have time to find words. You guys were already pumping them out. Jut. Very good. One more word. One more word. I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Sty. Okay. Here come our people. Hopefully we're going to get a bigger puzzle now. Okay, we have one more day in February. I want to cry. Okay. I hope the word bling comes up. Okay. You just said from, and I got it to Nancy's form. Nancy. Why did I just call you Nancy, Amy? What in the world did I call you Nancy for? Oh my goodness. You just said form. You got it, Amy. Not Nancy. Formerly. Very good there with formerly. Good job, Hart. Form. Amy got it from, I got it. More, I got it. Morale. Roll, says Hart. Roll. I am no Nancy. I know. Believe me. I don't know what. Maybe I had Nancy Guthrie on the brain, you know? I don't know. Nancy. I got 4 like that. Ore, iron ore, chromium steel. I got that one. I can't get over what a miracle we had tonight that internet did not go out when my internet went out. It never does that. It'll always make me start a new one. Lie, rye. Very good. Who got those? Hart. Mary, says Amy. Foe is already up there. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Hey, is murder here? Pitbull? Remember my, trying to think of, Lindsay. Former. There's no, oh, Meyer, okay. Hold on. No, good try, Lewis. Former. Leslie. My Leslie from the UK. Where's she? Reform. Reform. Very good. That's all heart made wise. Ferry is all heart made wise. Ferry. Flyer. Heart made wise. Foyer. Hey, we got our cookie jar back. Two Scooter got here. Two Scooter, you're in so much trouble. Oh my goodness, Two Scooter, you're in a lot of trouble. Reform, Dukin, yeah, heart beat you to that one. What do you have? Refly? Roly, says Amy. Roly-poly. Lori, says a heart made wise. My Lori flies. Friar. Friar Tuck. Scooter. You better not. Lime. Why didn't that go into the extra words? That's not fair. Not nice. Rome. Very good. Went into the extra words, Dukin. Good jobs. Good tries, everybody. That it was an extra. Elm, says Dukin. Yep. You got it. Fro. Yep. Hart got that, Amy. We got elm, fro. Fly. Fly. Amy S. Fly. Very good, Amy. Oh, extra word, heart. L-E-Y, she says. Extra word, heart, with that one. I know when I'm doing it, it's elf. Or, yeah, we got it right here, Dukin. Rye, Amy's Justice League, we already have that. I just got elf. So we got to get rolling and get another puzzle up here. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Mole. I'm going to do another one. Mole. So we can get another puzzle up on here. And we can have an advancement maybe because River Remain. Don't let us forget it. Don't let us forget it. Rely. I think we did that, didn't we? Oh, no we didn't. Very good, Heart. Thought we did. So here's murder. Now we're cooking with gas. Right. Amy? No. Fry, says Lewis. Nice job, Lewis. Nice job. Who else now? Two more. Then we go to a new puzzle. Then we go to a new puzzle. Life, eh? Extra words, Heart. Rose is murder of crows. Very good. One more. We are some lettuce, don't let us forget it. We're romaine lettuce, don't let us forget it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Do, 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 do. Rough. Extra word, Heart. One more word. It's going to begin with an F or an E. That's the hint that I give you. Form's already up there. Rome, we already tried. Back to the drawing board. Come on, guys. Come on. This one's for you, wherever you are. It's a flex. It's a flex. Oh no, I thought you said a flex, but you said a flay. Oh, extra words. I thought you had it, and I realized there's no X. Oh my goodness. Now I'm seeing things like heffalumps and woozles forever and toozles. Heffalumps and woozles everywhere. Okay, what do you got? Elmo says. Elmo, says Lewis. Good try, but he's not there. Neither is Cookie Monster. Oh, what the shame. What the shame of it all. The shame of it. Shame. Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow. Heffalumps and Woozles? Oh, this one's for you. You're back a little bit. Yeah, you got it. This, he said that was about his grandfather. I don't know if well, yeah, okay. Floe, Floe. Very good, Murder. Oh my goodness, we're done now. Okay. Now we have a new one, and I'm going to go do mine. Fire. Fired. Bead. Fur. Deed. Hey. Hey, what? Hay's for horses. What? What are you haying about? You also did mole and oh my gosh, did you really? All right, I didn't see it. My mistake. I'll give you credit for it. I'll put it down in the book right now. Okay, it's in the book part. You got the credit. You got half credit. You guys are all back. Move yourselves forward. You guys are all back in the chat. Amy's Justice League says reef. Amy's Justice League. It says reef. And Murder says differed. I said flow right above Murder. Oh my gosh. Okay. I missed it. I'll give you the credit. Murder, you get no credit for that flow. It's not your flow. And you're not taking the credit. Dried. Very good, Chrissy. Very good. No credit for Murder. For flow. Not getting it. What do you have? Red, says Chrissy. Very good. And you say fried, says Murder. Fried. And Heart's going to say she has that right above there. It's okay. It's not yours, Murder. Can't have it. Heart got the credit for it, and that's just the way it is. Crying about it won't help you either. Okay. Read, I think somebody said, no, Read may be good. Yes, Chrissy got Read? Nope. Amy Justice League got Read. Okay. Hart says nope. Nope. Lewis says ride. You've got a ticket to ride, Lewis. And you got it. It's your word. You're sitting back. Not nice. Not nice, Hart. Not nice. Okay. Deride. Extra word there. Murder. Dyer, says Hart. Fed, says Chrissy. Very good. Very good. Defied. Defied. Very good. Heart is not there, Murder. There's no H, A, or T. Thought I took too many turns. Oh, fried. Fried was already up there. Murder's Dukin says, what do you have? Defend. Oh, there's no RN. There's no N, but good try. Differ says murder. Very good. And fee says murder. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. I said, oh, where's murder? That's what we had fo before. Defend, yeah. But there's no N, Dukin. Hart says rend and fend. There's no N. There's no N. You guys are seeing an N that's not there. You're all seeing an N that's not there. The N is not there. I know you see it and you want it to be there, but it's not. And we can't just use invisible N's. I don't know what's going on. I wish someone would tell me what is going on here. Mr. Wu, where are you? Where are you with the coffee? Come on now. Get out the Nescafe. Defer. Says murder. What's up with everybody? Everybody's lackadaisical tonight. Not the big fiery people that we had last night firing things off. Slow as molasses in January and it's February. What did you put? Oh my goodness. Oh, rife. Okay. Very good. I didn't see it. And Chrissy got rid. I didn't see it. Sorry. Now I see it. Maybe you should type the words all in caps. I wish they could stand out in different colors like red and stuff. Oh, you misspelled it? Okay. Lewis says die. And that is there, Lewis. Very good, Lewis. Ire says murder. Very good. Hart or Amy, can you show Lewis's thing? I don't know why YouTube hit it. Please, thank you so much. We only have one more word. It begins with a D. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. That's right, murder. That's what it is. Okay, now off to the other one. Okay, you guys are going now? I put that in, yeah, I know. It's hiding all that stuff, murder. It doesn't want you have a name like murder. And you can't even type up the word. Okay, now you guys are ahead of me now. Hold on a minute. Bean. Is that the first one? Is the first one starting with B? No. Lewis got D. No, that's the old one. Okay. Bean is the start of the new one, right? Bean counter. Bean. Very good. Heart says Bach and Beck. Bach and Beck. Extra words. Cobb says Amy. Extra. Bank says Dukin. You got it up on the board. Okay. Beak says Heart. Up on the board. Can says Amy. I already got it. Bake says, I don't know who said it. I'm going to look. Bake was said by Heart. It's up on the board. Bach, no, we already tried that. Bank, yep, you already got that. You guys are repeating words. Backbone says murder. Very good. Sure that'll be there. Backbone. Okay, and then we've got cake. Oh, now that's going to make me hungry again. Cake. That's from Amy. Right? No, Pencilla. Hi, Pencilla. So you just snuck in there, Pencilla, like that. Once says Heart. Once. Bacon says murder. Don't go bacon my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Chrissy got bacon. And after murder dead. Bone says Heart. Give me my bone. Remember that? Bacon. Now Amy's got bacon. Everybody's copying the bacon. Ace Ventura says murder. Kane says Chrissy. Very good. Up on the board. Cake says Chrissy. Amy already got your cake. Dukin, Amy got your cake. Beacon says murder. Very good. Bone says Dukin. They already got it. Back, they got it. Canoe. I can canoe. Can you? Very good. Murder got that. Back, Ace Ventura. You got that already, Pencilla. Okay. Ocean. It's the ocean. Yep. After Amy, oh, said cake. Okay, after Amy said cake. Cone. Yeah, but it's up there. Girl. Bane. That's your beck and call. Very good, murder. Kane and Cone, they're already gone. Ban says murder. Come on, guys. Eon says murder. Eon. This says it's hard, but I don't think it's hard, do you? I'm going to try one. Nab, extra word. Cab, it's already up there. Coke. Oh, it's there. One is the loneliest number. One says murder, and I got one too. Oak says murder. You said one, but I put it in two. Okay, now I've got to get some words. Cobb. Didn't we have that? Oh, maybe not. Extra word. Acre says murder. An acre, an acre, an acre. There's no R. You mean acne, I think. Oh, you did say acne. Okay. I tried knob. I thought I got it. By George, I thought I got it. I might have went into the extra words it did. Cork. Oh, conch. It's in there. Bunk, says Dukin. It's a bunky night. Extra word. Good. Still get credit for those when we fill up the cookie jar. Knack. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Neck. Neck, says Amy. We did that one, and they said it was hard, but we got it. We're still romaine. Don't let us forget it. But we get, I don't know if we're going to be able to do the advancement tonight. Let's see what happens, because I'm getting tired. We've got to get up for the nicety trial. Okay, I'm going to do some just to see if we can get some done. Get it done fast. Okay, you guys got it now? Connect. Wow, very good, Dukin. Oh. Well, it was a good try, but they don't have the letters. Scent. Says Pencilla. Tin. Says Amy. Cone, says Amy. Very good. Heart says connection. Yeah, but there's not two C's. Innocence is murder. Very good, murder. Very good, murder. Scent is up there. Tine says heart. Night says heart. Sight I have up there. Oh, Lewis is back in with Cho. Teen. There's only one N. Can't do it. Coin, says Amy. Coin. Very good. 10 says heart. Got it. Net. Nothing but it. An extra word. Note. I think we have it up there. It is up there. Heart. Tone is up there. Coin is up there. Tone is up there. Murder. Once. Once. For once in my life I have. Okay. I love you. Okay. C-O-N-E. Got it up there. 9. 9 is the luckiest. Okay. None. None is up there, I believe. Yep. Tonic. A gin N. Who got that? Murder, of course. Cot says heart. Caught. Ion, says Pencilla. You got it. Tick, says Heart. Tick-tock. Extra word. Not, says Murder. Okay. Into, says Chrissy. Very good. Tice. Oh, ice. Ice, ice, baby. It's there. Notice. Very good. Murder. Tice, not, into, time. Notice is there. I'm going to do one in. I got it in. In. Lewis, I just got that one. Tie. Who got tie? Murder. Nice. It's up there. Notice, into, it's up there. He's just not that into you. He's just not that into you. Onto. Oh, can't do it. Eon, says Pencilla. Very good. Eon, says Murder. Pencilla got your first murder. Murder. Let's go. 3, 4 more words. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Why did you let him go? Because he bit my finger, so. None is an extra word there, Dugan. Knit, says Heart. Knit, knit, knit. Con, says Pencilla. Yeah, con is up there, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe that was in the other puzzle. Yeah, con. I tried on. Philip. Lewis. Not Philip. Where is Philip? Philip, where are you? It, says Murder. It. Murder. There's no 2-letter words allowed. Tin docket. Extra. Icon. I think you got it, Murder. Yes, you do. Neon, says somebody. Who said neon? Murder 2. Very good. Okay, this is our advancement. Let's see if we're going to get this. I'm going to get this one. This is mine. Sunshine. This is my sunshine. And my sun. And my sons. And you're bringing the shine there, Dukin. Sin and sins. Heart's coming in with a lot of sins. Oh my goodness. His. Shun. Shun, shun, shun. Okay. We've got his. Shines. Hun issue, you said? Okay, let's see what you got. Sinus, someone said. I can't even read names. I'm trying to go fast. Uni says heart. No. Insu. Issue. I think murder got that. Yeah. 9. Sign murder. I'm going to do shuns. Wait a minute. Yeah. In and in, says Amy. In and ins. Shin, says Pincella. And I'm going to do shins. And you're going to do signs. Extra. None and nuns. None. Nuns. Good heart sign. I think we have it. Don't we? Maybe not. Oh, I know it. Yeah, it was extra. Nine, says murder. She's dressed to the nines. Okay. Extra word heart. Murder and I have you. Okay. Hugh and yous. Okay. Very good, you and murder. You drove in together too, Pencil? Murder. Sue. And I'm going to do Sue's. I think sense is there. Sense and sensibilities. No, you can't do sense. There's not 2 E's. Sure, says Dukin. There's no R. Uses. And use. Hen. And hens. And hiss. Come on, you guys. Come on. We're almost there. We're going to get an advancement, and then we're going to play the next round, and then we're going to go to bed. It's already past our bedtime. Come on, guys. In 1 minute, we're not going to be lettuce anymore. We're not going to be romaine. Don't let us forget it unless they make us escarole or something. But that's not really lettuce, is it? No. I haven't seen escarole in so long. They don't sell it here. Signs. Oh my goodness. I already tried that hard for you. Sushi, says murder. You got it. We did it. What are we going to be? What are we going to be? What are we going to be? Don't let us forget it. Cucumber. We got to play this one and then we go to bed. I'm going to put one in. I'm going to do a little bit of them. Ran. Rat, you dirty rat. And Murder will say, why'd you call us a dirty rat? I didn't, Murder. Okay, you guys can have the rest. Roar. Hear us roar with a rant. Roar and rant. Yeah, Pencilla. Okay. Aorta, says Amy. Very good. Extra word. Tar, says Dukin. It's up there. Rant, says Amy. It's up there. You already said that. Oh, no, Pencilla said it. Torn. Torn. Very good, says Hart. Narrator, says Murder. Very good, Murder. Nice. Nice. Tarn. What in tarnation? Okay. Ant. Ant is up there. Not and ton. Not and ton. When you have not, you have ton, right? Tan. Uh-oh. It's already up there. Tart. Now you're going to make me hungry again. But there is no T, so I can... Tura. Extra word. Oat. Now I've got to be hungry again, thanks to Murder. Oat. Taro. Rot. Tron. Rota. Anybody ever see that old movie, A Table for Five? Nor, we did it. We did it. We did our advancement, even though it took us longer tonight, but we still did it. We discover a cucumber now. Tomorrow is another day to be a vegetable. But we'll do more tomorrow. Love you guys. God bless. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for everything. And thank you. And we'll see you at the trial tomorrow, okay? You got it, Lewis. Everybody stay well. May the Lord bless you and protect you and give you his peace. I love you guys. Stay well. Prayers for all that need them. And we'll see you tomorrow.